What would you do if a nuclear fallout occurred right now? How would you survive? These are questions that might seem outlandish at first glance, but in our unpredictable world, the unthinkable can happen. We're here today to talk about the unlikely yet not impossible scenario of a nuclear fallout and the critical steps you'd need to take to survive. You might be thinking, the odds of a nuclear fallout are slim, right? While this is true, it's also true that being prepared for such an event could make all the difference. We're going to cover some important points in this video, including understanding the danger, finding shelter, securing supplies, and surviving in the long term. This isn't a topic to be taken lightly, it's a matter of survival in an extreme situation. The key to survival is preparation and knowledge. Stay with us as we delve into the critical steps to ensure your survival. First things first, understanding the danger is vital. So what is nuclear fallout? It's the residual radioactive material propelled into the upper atmosphere following a nuclear blast. As this material descends back to Earth, it poses a significant risk to all forms of life. The dangers are manifold. From the immediate blast effects to the long-term environmental consequences, nuclear fallout is a silent, invisible enemy. It can contaminate the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil where our food grows. For us humans, exposure can lead to radiation sickness, with symptoms ranging from nausea and fatigue to more severe conditions like cancer and genetic damage. The importance of finding immediate shelter cannot be overstated. In the event of a fallout, a shelter can shield you from the worst of the radiation, buying you precious time as you plan your next move. Knowing what you're up against is the first step to surviving a nuclear fallout. Once you understand the danger, the next step is finding adequate shelter. Shelter is your first line of defense against radiation. It's not about luxury or comfort, it's about survival. The quality of your shelter can have a direct impact on your chances of surviving a nuclear fallout. There are two main characteristics to consider when evaluating a potential shelter: density and distance. The denser the material, the better it is at blocking radiation. Concrete, brick, and earth are excellent choices. Also, the farther you are from the fallout particles, the better. That's why underground shelters or basements are ideal. But if those are not available, go to the centermost part of your house or building, away from windows and doors. Remember, even a less than ideal shelter is better than no shelter at all. Time spent searching for the perfect shelter is time exposed to dangerous radiation. The right shelter can be the difference between life and death in a nuclear fallout. With shelter secured, the next step is to ensure you have the necessary supplies. It's vital to remember that the key to survival in a nuclear fallout scenario isn't just about having a shelter, but also about having the right supplies to sustain you for the duration of your stay. Among the most critical supplies you'll need are water, food, and medical supplies. Water is crucial for hydration and hygiene, while food provides the energy needed to keep going. Medical supplies, on the other hand, are necessary for treating injuries and preventing infection. It's also important to note the need for careful rationing of these supplies. The duration of your stay in the shelter may be uncertain, and thus, every drop of water, every bite of food, and every bandage counts. Lastly, be mindful of the possibility of contamination. Always ensure your supplies are properly sealed and stored to avoid radioactive fallout particles. Securing and managing supplies is a crucial part of survival in a nuclear fallout. Surviving the initial fallout is only the first step. What about the long-term effects? The aftermath of nuclear fallout can be harsh and long-lasting, creating a new world of challenges you'll need to navigate. Health risks like radiation sickness shouldn't be underestimated. Regular health checks and the right medication are crucial. The environment, too, may change dramatically. Expect shifts in weather patterns, possible contamination of water sources, and changes in wildlife behavior. But surviving isn't just about physical health or adjusting to a new environment. It's also about maintaining mental resilience. It's normal to feel overwhelmed or scared, but it's important to stay focused and keep your spirits up. Forming a community with fellow survivors can be a powerful morale booster. And remember, you'll need to find sustainable food and water sources. This could mean learning to forage, farm, or purify water. Survival doesn't end when the fallout stops. It's a long-term process that requires adaptability and resilience.